Hey, this is Ready Dude, and welcome back to the final Infdev episode of Minecraft Infdev to Modern, where we play on every version of Minecraft that has some sort of gameplay change, from Infdev 2010-0420 all the way to modern Minecraft. This is episode 13 and the final episode of Minecraft Infdev. Technically, the last episode was already considered alpha retroactively by Notch, but the game says Infdev, the wiki says Infdev, it counts as Infdev. So what changed in this final version before alpha? Drumroll, please! Change sand and gravel generation. That's it. Oh yeah, and also, if your spawn point is somehow below 0, as in it's in the void, it gets automatically set to 64. That's it! That's the whole thing. Yep. The last version. So what are we gonna do? Well, last time we had stairs, and those are cool. But I think now, what we're gonna do is just give a simple world tour. I just wanna go through the world at this point, really look at everything we've done, and try to follow along in my head from memory, like the order in which we did things. So first, I remember, this is gonna be a shorter episode, just for the sake of exploring here. So I remember we started the world over here. We went down, we chopped some trees. There were some trees along here, if I remember correctly. We chopped some of those down. We went over there, and that patch there had coal. So we went and we got the coal. It got dark, and we were playing on, and because we were playing on 2010-0420, in that version, mob spawns were freaking ridiculous. So we ran up to the top of the hill, tried to build a house, got swarmed, and finished the house later on. At the time, doors didn't exist yet, so we blocked it off with dirt, and we didn't have windows for a while. But this house, in this general shape, has pretty much stayed the same since episode 1. We've changed the layout over time. We've, added windows. Pretty soon after the house itself, we put this little beacon on top. But, the location of the house has never changed. It's always been at the very top of this hill, with this lookout, with the entrance always facing in this direction, and the crafting table always being on this side of the wall, I'm pretty sure. So yes, this is the house. We got the windows, the lookout in every direction, however way we want. We have our furnaces, which are currently making some iron, and that's very cool because I like iron. Now if we go down, here is our chest. We have 37 diamonds to our name, which we found in its entirety in episode 6. I'm pretty sure all the diamonds we found were in episode 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember. But the only times we really had major mining sessions were episodes 6, 7, and 12, I think. So, and I know, we did not find anything in episode 7. And, in case you're wondering, I hinted in the last episode that I might be recording this one immediately after episode 12. If you're wondering whether or not I am recording this immediately after episode 12, the current time is 12:45 a.m. Yes, I'm recording this immediately after episode 12. So, I'm pretty sure all the diamonds we found were in episode 6. And it wasn't really until episode 6 that we actually got iron. Until then, we were mostly stuck with stone because caves didn't exist until episode 6. Now, if we go down, originally, we had this little staircase that heads down into our mine at the bottom. Now, this is, once ladders got added, we replaced that pathway with ladders, but in the meantime, we had a temporary stoppage point here, because if we go out this way, this leads to our beach, which we will go check out right now. So yes, because of water physics in this version, I can't do anything about this flowing thing, and don't worry, it annoys me as much as it probably annoys you. Here we have a nice beach. There used to be more, this used to be a lot less flat, but I flattened it out because I needed sand for glass. We have a little tide pool here, and this is the kiddie pool where I put all the people that watch my videos but don't subscribe. They all cram into there. It's very, very uncomfortable. So yes, this is my beach with the pool. You can jump down from the balcony up there. We'll get to the castle wall soon after the mine. So if we go this way, we can also see an alternate exit. In case I ever got invaded by the Mongols or something like that, we have a little secondary escape route for our castle. This door leads to the outside, and this could use some stairs, actually. But yes, this leads to the outside. And I mean, if we take a step back, we can admire the next major part of the tour, which is, you know, the castle in general. But that's a little sneak peek because we still gotta, like, we have to finish up the mines. So going back into the house, yeah, I can double click the door. Well, going back into the mine, we can keep heading down. I'm just gonna take the ladder this time. No need for the stairs because there's no like other pit stops here. Yeah, this is a long way down, and taking the stairs before was so annoying, especially because they weren't actually stairs. Stairs just got added in the last update. But if we head to the bottom, we'll see this giant box that we dug out over the course of multiple episodes. This huge empty room. Look at the size of this thing. Stacks upon stacks upon stacks of cobblestone. I mean, just imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This whole thing, this box that is made right here, 1 block layer, that is a stack of cobblestone. Stack that up to the roof, copy it among the box. Look how much cobblestone we have mined up over time. And we've occasionally, very rarely, found some ores in here. Mostly coal, teensy bits of iron. This is where we first got a sniff at iron. And we have this furnace and chest. Or that's actually a crafting table. I know how to see things. And here is our void hole, because at this point, when this part of the world was generated, bedrock wasn't added yet. So we have this gaping hole that leads into the void. If you fall in there, you'll hear the screams of 1,000 souls, and I'm not going to go in there because of that. Now, if we go this way, this is the tunnel of doom and despair and walking. That goes on for a while, so there's that. And so that's the mine. You know, I think Herobrine's also staying in there. You know, he pays rent though. Don't worry. All right, let's talk about the castle now, which we're heading up to right now. Most of episode 3 was dedicated to 2 things. 1, expanding the box down below in the mines, and 2, building up the castle walls. And then I think we added the towers like a bit later on. Could have been episode 4. I don't really remember. It was definitely later. That is for sure. We added the towers later on. It's already getting dark, it seems. So yes, here are our castle walls. We spent a long time building these castle walls. Stacks upon stacks of cobblestone, as you'd imagine. And the castle walls extend over, they overhang to make sure that spiders can't climb up the wall, and also just so that we have a walkway that wraps around the fortress. There's paths to get onto the castle walls from the inside. Down there is our little farm that we grew in episode 5. Now, you may notice the farm is kind of lacking, even though it has a bit of a setup here. That's because the sheep and pigs that love to spawn and get these guys, you love to trample my farm. Yeah, screw you. So yes, we have 4 towers. They can each go all the way up, so we get this is probably some of the best views you'll get of the world, even though it's getting dark and we won't really be able to see anything. Look at the way the terrain leaves and enters my render distance based on my camera angle. That's freaking me out, actually. I don't want to think about that too hard. And now it's nighttime, so it's going to be kind of dark, but what you can see as a result of this is just how much of the surrounding area we have lit up. So, I mean, that area is mostly in the dark, but, you know, you're not going to be seeing any mobs in the front, in the entrances to the castle. See by heading on down here. These are our entrances. We recently added stairs to the front. So, you know, very cool stuff. If we go on the other side, you'll see we have a similar entrance right over here, which we will now be following down in order to check out the village. So here's our village. We currently have 8 houses on display, and today we're going to be building house number 9. Yeah, you almost forgot about that, didn't you? That's going to be the last thing we do. That's what we're doing after the tour. So, we have 2 houses here. Each house is furnished with a crafting table, a chest, and a furnace, along with windows, a door, roof, lighting. Here are our residents. They don't talk that much. So yeah, all the houses are made identically. You know, it's like on the factory floor. This house in particular, because it's so close to one of the watchtowers, you can imagine that maybe a guard would live here or something like that. So this extends out into this body of water that you can see over here. With this platform, it'd be really funny if we put a house there. Like, that you You'd have to take by bridge or something. That'd be funny. Maybe like Mario U style, the secret house, Toad House, you know. So yeah, over here we have more pathing set up for potentially more houses, but I'm also thinking of like, I don't know, maybe stalls here for like a sort of market. And over here you'll see our tree farm, which is currently unlit because it's very new, and we should probably light up a bit more of it. Especially because we're going to need to use this tree farm today in order to get some of the wood. And, you know, it's not, like, very farm-like, I would say, the tree farm. Because it's mostly just the saplings got planted willy-nilly to make a very light forest. And with that, you know, we have wood that's much closer to home, rather than having to commit deforestation on the endangered species of big trees that we have surrounding the base. Because those don't exist anymore. So what's generated is the only remains. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, well, hold on. We're in combat. Skeletons don't have bows. Where are the arrows coming from? That is, scientists are still working to solve that question. It's something we may never know the answer to, if we're being honest. Okay, just let me, like... Can you chill out? Okay, fine. I lock. Die. Thank you. I did not get a very good return on my investment with those arrows. Okay, so yes, here's the tree farm. I placed a good amount of torches, so we've lit up this area a lot more. What's arguably more impressive is how much of the village we've lit up. Like, if you're standing in the village, no hostile mob is going to get in close enough range to swarm you or anything like that. That's just not happening. Because, like, look at the amount of lights. And you know it's gotta be impressive because of Minecraft's brightness system being like, oh yeah, dude, we love being super duper dark, torches only like 5 blocks around them, and then you're just kind of winging it after that. Yeah, we don't do that here. We actually have light. And look, I'll put some light on the beach too. This little beach by this small little pool. There's a guy. Hi there. Do you make ooh noises? You do. Oh, we both made ooh noises. That's freaky. Let's make some more torches. There we go. Alright, last stop on the tour is our roller coaster, which we finished in episode 11. While we're here, I suppose I should mention that, you know, these hills are very smooth, relatively speaking. You know, they mostly just look like steps, and that's because, you know, I spent a lot of time flattening them out. Might have been in episode 5, I don't really remember. Like, this used to be a giant pit that just went way down. And now look at how nice and smooth it is. So nice and flat. Doesn't drop down into a deep pit of doom and despair where mobs get stuck in. Okay, let's get ourselves a minecart and go on the roller coaster. Oh boy, this is gonna be so exciting. Wait till you see this. This is the best roller coaster ever. Now, if we put the minecart here, you notice we're still in a version where the minecart has the chest on it. If we put the minecart here, okay, we gotta go catch it. There we go. Okay, we're in the roller coaster, and we're sitting very much on top. We're just standing on the minecart. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Even though, like, it very much looks like we're 3 blocks tall right now, and that's because we are, but don't think about it too hard. So anyways, yeah, this is the roller coaster. Gives you a view of the village, gives you a view of this sort of scenery area, but it's, like, really dark right now, so we can't see much. If we turn... There we go, and then this goes into a cave. Okay, ow, ow, ow. Okay, that was definitely not like that in previous versions. Why is it like this now? Okay, 1 second, guys. See, in the previous version, you were a bit lower to the ground when you were in the minecart, so you could squeeze through 2-block tall gaps. But as is evident here, this is no longer the case. So we are going to need to make some changes. Oh, a pig died here. And hey, look, the moon is starting to set, which means that when we ride this again, we'll actually be able to see. And you'll be able to see all the cool things that this roller coaster has to offer. So let's go back inside. We're going to take this route over here that cuts through the beach. And we will ride the roller coaster again, but now in the daytime, so we can have more of the scenery within view. And also, I think I pressed the fog button once by accident, so that might have had something to do with why we couldn't see as far. I wonder when the fog button got removed. Does anyone know? Does that, like, last until beta? That's funny. Okay, here we are. We're back, and now we can go ride again in the minecart. See, this time it doesn't even want to like go. If we put it right there, there we go. Okay, now even though we're still 3 blocks tall, we can see the land. Look at all this view. Look at all this scenery that we have access to. Look at the sheep on top of the village house. Look into the distance. These endangered species of trees that I've dedicated to protecting until they eventually come back. And who knows what version. With the empty fields too, because nothing generated there back then. I mean, nowadays you got like plants and stuff that we just stopped on a single dropped on the floor. Okay, we're gonna ride the roller coaster for round number 3, baby. Who's ready for round 3? I'm ready for round 3. All right, ride number 3. Get in. Nope, break it. Place it there. Let's go. Minecart ride. Anyway, so you get to look at all the scenery. See that forest? Those types of trees just don't generate anymore, and they haven't for actually a really long time. Like 420 was one of the last Infdev versions to have those types of trees. Look at those trees growing in our tree farm. So yeah, we want to protect that forest, and there's another forest over there and in that direction, and there's a few that way. So we do want to protect those. If we were to go in those directions, we would see the chunk borders, but like, I don't know if that's really part of what I built, so I'm not really going to be showing that here. But anyways, we're approaching the end of our roller coaster, and whoa! It's pretty awesome, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And it goes into the pool, so it's also technically a water slide. Okay, anyways, we should, that's the world tour. That's what we've built across the past 12 episodes. We built all of that. And now in episode 13, we're going to build one more village house, and Infdev is complete. Let's get to chopping. And we're going to need to replant more saplings. This is going to be a very dense forest when we're done with it. Because the thing is that each of these trees only give you 4 wood. Like, that's nothing. The big trees give you like 20 pieces of wood per tree. Oh, this one had 6? 6 logs! Whoa! Look how many saplings drop on the floor from just destroying a few trees. So many saplings. Like, I gotta plant all of those. And then even more trees are growing, too. Like, faster than I can chop them all down. I think this is a good problem to have, honestly. Shockingly, out of all the materials, we've been having shortages of wood. Alright, I'm just gonna hold right click and just go crazy with it. It doesn't even matter if not all of them grow. Like, we have so many saplings. Like, what do I'm not gonna find the room to plant all of these. Because there's so many saplings. And hey, maybe because of, like, when we go to Minecraft Alpha, because of just, like, the way tree generation is, like, very simple, maybe they'll still grow. That'd be cool. I mean, more trees are growing. I can't chop these down fast enough. There's too many trees. Like, I'm just gonna leave this here. We have the setup for a crazy forest when we get to Minecraft Alpha. And that's cool. Let's go back to the village. We're gonna make house number 9. And you know, episode 9 was the first episode that we built a house in. Okay, let's get to work. We're gonna build it right here. Like, this will be the entrance. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, this is a great showcase of the house building process, for sure. This lets you see exactly how these houses are made very quickly, because it's like assembly line fast. They build the exact same house every time, and it gets done very quickly, and then we go yippee afterwards. That is a requirement, it's part of the job. If you want to work for me and build my houses, you have to say yippee after a job well done. It's the rules. Yippee! Oh, I just realized we need glass. Okay, and I don't know if we have enough sand left in the chest, so just in case, I'm going to mine a bit of sand here. Alright, perfect. You know, playing in Infdev has really gotten me to appreciate, like, the little things about Minecraft. Especially because I there is no end goal at this point in the game's development. Like, there's no Ender Dragon to fight, and I mean, I've never been a big speedrunner, but in my other Minecraft videos, it's like always, oh, can I beat the game with this wacky challenge, right? Like, I don't just enjoy the game, right? And so one thing I have learned to appreciate, you know, the simplicity of the, like, not the simplicity, more like the complexity of the game itself. Just how much there really is to do if you just kind of let it happen. And I've been having a good time because of that. Did I put a torch on top of the house? Oh, I forgot. Damn, perfect. It's like a little candle. Alright, we're almost done here. We need to go and let's make some glass. You know, while this glass is being made, I'd like to give a special thanks for the Infdev season in particular to, first of all, 3KO with his History in Chunks. Particularly because I believe that, you know, while I still insist that I came up with the idea for Infdev to Modern completely independently of a History in Chunks. We just so happened to start at like the exact same time. You know, even though I still insist that, I wouldn't be surprised if 3KO's videos have brought more eyes on my series just because it's now appealing to watch people play through every version of old Minecraft and stuff like that. Though I do have the advantage over 3KO and a lot of those other series of already being in Infdev and now going to Alpha, while everyone else is still stuck in Classic or Pre-Classic. Womp womp, do faster. You know, you snooze, you lose. And then I'd also like to thank the commenter Hooter with the Pooter, as in computer, you know, it's just using slang, for suggesting building the town in particular, which has been a great idea, honestly. And it's a very good part of the build, especially because it's something, you know, you can just kind of keep working on every time. So, yeah, thanks to you for that. Now, let's finish off the last house of Minecraft Infdev. I mean, we don't really need the rest of this class as well. I'm just doing it for, you know, for completion's sake. Let's make our crafting table and our chests and our furnace. And we are going to put all those things together. Bam. Then bam. And my dog is actually coming into the room. Jada, do you want to see me place down the final chest and furnace? Nope, she walked away. Okay, Jada, you're lost. Bam! Bam! Woo! It's 1:13 in the morning! And we built house. Incredible. The greatest house to ever house. Well, yeah, I guess that's it. And I have one extra one. That's so annoying. So that's the end of Minecraft Infdev. There are just... The thing is that this version... You know, while it's now probably the version, the sequence of versions I've become the most familiar with. It's not like I tend to go back to like release versions, or example. Like I don't really do that. So I definitely say that now Infdev is the sequence of versions that I've become most familiar with. The thing is that Infdev like throughout most of its runtime, it had certain omissions that just like kind of baffle me as to like in a way where it's like, I can't believe this wasn't added to the game sooner. Like, the fact that I still can't crouch is really bad. Like, why can't I crouch? I really like crouching. Or, oh, look at that skeleton. Hold on, can I get a sight? Oh, hold on. Hold on? Come on. I know I'm wasting my arrows, but like... Are they just unloading? Okay, I'm running out of it. I gotta go recollect those arrows. Hold on. Let me just jump in here. I mean, it's just like the fact that I can't crouch, the fact that stairs didn't exist, the fact that doors didn't exist at the start of Infdev is like so strange. Because that seems like, oh, they're infighting. It's actually okay. I'm okay with this. Because it just means that, like, first, why are you running away? What the hell are you doing? Oh no, now you're shooting at me again. It's just like the fact that they didn't exist yet is just really weird to me, because that seems like a no-brainer, and I think the fact that they didn't exist at the time is like a straight-up downgrade. Like, it's not just, oh, it's charming that there are no doors. Like, it's kind of annoying. In a similar way, I think the fact that caves didn't exist for a while is also, like, really annoying. Like, the game is frustrating without caves. Not nearly as fun to actually go and find stuff. And that's why I think that caves were a very, very necessary addition to add back into the game, because you had them in Infdev, and you decided to just not for a while when you went to Infinite. It was weird. So yeah, there are just certain missions for most of Infdev's runtime where it's just like, man, it's very annoying to not have those features. But the thing is that most of them have kind of been added in already. The big one that we're missing is crouching. Like, I need crouching, and also fix stairs, please. So, but overall, Infdev feels like a version of Minecraft that is very playable. You know, like if I just wanted to build 1,000 castles, I could build 1,000 castles, and I'd have a pretty fun time doing it. And at the time, when Minecraft at this point is still very mostly a building game, right? You know, there's still no end goal, and there wouldn't be for like another year or so. And I think with the goals that the game had at this point, you know, it exceeds very well. I can already understand why the game blew up so quickly even before it got a full release. Like, Minecraft at a conceptual level is just really fun. Like, it's just a really fun game. Exploring, fighting. Well, fighting is kind of mediocre as of Infdev, but eventually fighting, building especially, that's the big one. Those are all just enjoyable to do for the sake of doing them. And I think that's one reason why Minecraft was able to do so well even when it was in such simpler state. And I think it's kind of beautiful. And I've really grown to appreciate Minecraft's simpler, more fundamental features even more, thanks to playing through Infdev. Now, next time, when you see me again in this series, we'll be starting Alpha. For real. No matter what Notch says, we're starting Alpha next time. Where things are going to be added at a much more intense pace. Almost every major update bringing something brand new that we will actually care about to an extent, and that is very exciting. Gone are the days of waiting for the next episode of the series and it's, oh, we changed the generation of sand and gravel. We're gonna be getting boats, we're getting cacti, we're getting freaking crouching, we're getting probably fishing. I don't even know. I think maybe, don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me on that. We're going to be getting the nether at the very end of all of Alpha. So stay tuned, okay? In the meantime, hypothetically, you could go watch this video from like early 2021 of me playing through every version of Alpha, at least the ones the launcher had, in one world. It's not a good video. It's not, but like, and it's also all in one video. But, you know, one thing you can see there is actually the sort of prototype for the castle that ended up being built here, much smaller. Really wouldn't recommend watching it. I just wanted to acknowledge that it exists. So then, if you enjoyed this season of Infdev to Modern in general, or even just this video, if this is your first episode, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other content, yada, yada, yada. And don't forget that this is only my secondary channel, and I got all this really cool content on the main channel. Even though by the time you're seeing this, it's probably starting to get compilation videos in place of normal stuff. But I promise, you know, real videos coming soon. So thank you all for watching. And, oh yeah, while I'm still here, just one more thing. A slightly better version of Shut Up and Mine. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I'm just going to spoil it for you 3 seconds in advance. I've been looking for a player who is qualified. So if you think that you're the one, step into my mind. Got my pickaxe in my hand, headed underground. I got torches in the other, and I'm going down. So if there's spiders, let me know, no, so I can shoot them with my bow. My TNT's gonna explode. Open the world and watch me go. Get you down to all the diamonds if you know what I mean. Got a minecart smoother than a limousine. shut up and mine, 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 mine. Shut up and mine, 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 mine. I got a full-on enchanted set of netherite, 'cause I brought beds through the portal and you know how they bite. You say that you can handle endless caves of stone, but just remember in the dark you are never alone. So if there's spiders, let me know, no, so I can shoot them with my bow, bow. My TNT's gonna explode, explode, explode. Open the world and watch me go, go, go. Get you down to all the diamonds if you know what I mean. Got a minecart smoother than a limousine. Can you handle the creepers? Do you know how to fight? If you can, baby boy, then we'll survive the night. 'Cause I'm 0 to 64 in record time. Baby, you know how to craft. Now shut up and mine, 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 mine. Shut up and mine, 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 mine. 'Cause your beacon ain't got what I got. Dig it, don't stop till there's bedrock. If you see a zombie, boy, I'm sorry, I ain't even worried. So step inside and mine. So if there's spiders, let me know, no, so I can shoot them with my bow, bow. My TNT's gonna explode, explode, explode. Open the world and watch me go, go, go. Get you down to all the diamonds if you know what I mean. Got a minecart smoother than a limousine. Can you handle the creepers? Do you know how to fight? If you can, baby boy, then we'll survive the night. 'Cause I'm 0 to 64 in record time. Baby, you know how to craft. Now shut up and mine. Shut up and mine.